Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning these parts. Let me get you set up here. Some things out of the way. Move that guy out of there. Move that guy over. Okay, put some fresh water in here. Heated it up a little. There we go. A little bit of something like that. Okay. Now, go ahead and we'll start dropping some parts in there. There we are. Okay. I almost forgot about that little part down in there. I'll show you here in a minute. Oops, sorry about that. Right here. A lot of people forget about this, and so do I sometimes. This little piece here. Make sure that you know what position that it comes out at. I'll show you here in a minute. Sometimes you can get it out that way. Hold on, I'll bring it back. See, look, I'm glad I did. Look how nasty that is. Yeah, so another way how you can know how it goes back in is that you line these up. See how they kind of line up with one another? And then if you flip it, it does not line up. It's kind of willy-nilly. So yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Actually, I'm sorry. That's it right there. And then this one is wrong. Yeah, because it doesn't go all the way on that edge there. So the fatter edge goes on there, and they line up well. Okay, enough babbling on again. All right, now get that in there. Okay. Yeah, the reason why I'm so concerned about showing you how everything works and everything, these CV carbs, they're a little bit temperamental. It relies on that diaphragm for the different kind of pressures, and all these little things in here have to be in kind of like in a harmony with each other. So yeah. Okay, first we'll start with this tube here. Now, physically, see it go through there. So that one's too small. All right. So You know it's going to go through that big one, right? Then you take your bristle brush, stick it through the hose, physically see it go through there. I know I always say that, but repetitiveness on these things are required, if you ask me. Rinse and repeat all the way, every single one of those. Physically see it go all the way through, so you know in your mind that you did it. There you go. All right, put that on the tray. Do the same with this jet here. Now the new kit that's coming in, it's gonna have some jets in it, but I like to see if I can save these original jets. And how you know if they're original? Okay, what I call the Keihin star. I don't know if everybody calls it that or not, but I've been calling it that forever. Remember, these ones have very small holes also. I can see daylight through all of them. Okay. But if you can focus, I don't know if it's picking it up or not, but it'll say the jet size and it had that little star on there. What it kind of looks like a K, and you know the Keihin side of the sign, so you know that is the original. But I like to see the kit that comes in. Then I'm going to measure and see, because we don't know exactly what has been done with this particular carburetor. So they may have even drilled these out or anything like that. Anything can happen. So I like to do my own little investigation. Okay. Now, do you remember this pin? It was very discolored and just really brittle right here. So that is completely smooth now to the touch. No more grittiness, so that's good. And it's staying. The flag is staying on the. If you don't have yourself one of these, get yourself one of these. I mean, they're cheap. They're from Harbor Freight, but they work really well. So we're gonna see what tier this flag is on. I call it the flag. I don't know what to call it, but yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what flag. So it's 1, 2, 3. The fourth flag. That's where they got it set at. So I'm gonna have to go into the book and see if that is correct or not, because you never know what someone's done. So do your own investigation. Also, we have this here, nice and clean now. See right through it, and that it was discolored and kind of gritty right here too, so no more gritty. Okay. All right, so we have all of our parts ready for the new kit. It really come out really clean, very nice. Now this right here, I did not soak it. I'm gonna polish it up, and I was really glad to see. You see this that hole right there, how small it is and how small that one is. Years ago, people thought that if you drill that out, you'll get a better velocity or whatever out of it. But that proved to be a bunch of bull malarkey, you know. So yeah, that's not true anymore. But yeah, really clean. Everything's nice. All right, we're on our way. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take some of that fuel out of that that pump there, just real quick. There we are. There we go. Okay. Now we have some of that nasty fuel. See, look at it. That was gonna go right in that brand new fuel. So just little things like that, guys, goes a long way. Okay, so we're gonna look inside here. Let's see if I can't get you guys in there. I mean, it looks beautiful in there, but let's see if I can't get you. I'm sorry about that. I probably can't get you guys in there. Okay, yeah, see? It looks really good, but there is some flake in there. There is some flake in there. Like, yeah, you see it? Do you see it? There's water and flake in there. That's why you guys gotta always empty the tanks, because there's stuff, especially in motorcycle tanks, stuff lurks in them cracks and you won't even know. So we're gonna go ahead and tip that upside down and get get most of that out, and then stick a rag down in there and get the rest of them little flakes out. Yeah, maybe you can see it with this. I like this telescoping flashlight. I got it for Christmas. Alright, so maybe you can see. Yeah, you see all that flake in there? That's some bad stuff down in there. Let me just wiggle the table a little bit. You see all that stuff in there? Gotta get that out. Okay. So I got the majority of it out. Now I'm going in with my rag and my needle nose pliers, my long needle nose. Try not to scrape the inside of the tank, and just bring it out. I'll use the whole roll of paper if I have to. You got to get that out. All right, it is beautiful. Now look, so I got this other kind of telescoping flashlight. It's got a magnet on the other end, and I zip tied a rag so I can get this little bitty piece of bug that was in there. And also, look what else I found in there. See that little BB or something. See, it's magnetic. See it? Yeah. Crazy, right? Found it in that tank. Unbelievable. Okay, so we're gonna get back on this thing. We got everything laid out. Let's get to business. Okay, first things first, we put our little needle guide down in there. Now we're gonna put our jet holder in there. Emotion tube, jet holder, whatever is your fancy. Whatever is your fancy. Just a little snug. Now, I'm going to use the all balls kit. and the jets that they're providing, because it looks like that they've wallered out these OEM jets a little bit. So let's not start all that going down that rabbit hole. Okay, now your second jet, drop down in there, give it a little bit of a snug there. There you go. Nice. Move right along. Now we are going to I'm going to use also the mixture screw here that they provided in the kit. You got your spring, and then a little bitty itty bitty parts here. Very important, these two here. Like I said before, these carbs, they rely on a lot of different pressures in certain positions. So we're going to go ahead and put our little washer on there first. There you go. Now you put the O-ring. Make sure it's nice and flat. That's what you want right there. Okay. Go ahead. What I like to do, I like to kind of flip this up like this and kind of insert it slowly like that. Kind of get it started a little bit, so things are not trying to slide back out and lose them. Okay, we're going to go all the way in first. Lightly seated, it's called. You start feeling a little bit of tension from the spring. Just a little bit more. Okay, right there. Now, let me go get a Sharpie. I'm going to put a little tick right there. Okay. Now I'm going to line that tick up with the straight part of my screw there. And I'm going to count the turns. To get our base, we're going to want 2 1/4. So that's half, 1, half, 2 1/4. There you go. Okay. That's going to be our base. Now, if we have to fool with that later on, we will. Next, we will always make sure that your needle has a little springing. Let me show you here. Okay. See that little tip right there? Make sure that it's got like a little spring to it. So put it on our float here. There we are. Okay. Put it on there. Harley Davidson is that they have an arrow here showing you what direction this pin goes. So you kind of like got to do it by ear. By feel. That's a little tough, so then you flip it over. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So now, just make sure that it doesn't fly back out again. So now you kind of, Just feel for it. Give it a little bit of like this. Give it a small tap to get in there. Tap it just ever so slightly right there. There you go. Now you're going to go like this. So we're going to go like this. And you're going to watch inside there. This is how I do it. You may do it differently. You're going to watch inside there. This is how I do motorcycles. So we're going to watch inside there, right? And you're going to kind of like make it so it just barely touches. So we have to go up on that tine right there. Gonna have to go up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Don't get all crazy about it. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah. Just want it barely touching when it's on an angle. You don't want it too far down like this, or you want it to be pretty much parallel right there. Okay, that's your rough right there. Okay, go like that. That's going to be your rough. Now I'll show you how to dial it in. Okay, first of all, we're going to have a hose here. I'm going to go ahead and blow in the other end of it. Okay, she's sealing. So later on, I'll show you how we're going to double check our little eyeball there. You know how we eyeballed the tilting of the float. I'll show you how we're going to double check on that one. Okay, got the new one on there. Just be careful that it doesn't kind of slide out of there because it's new. It has not been smushed down yet. So kind of grab it, put it on there like that. Okay. Now that arm's gonna kind of go down a little bit. There you are. Oh, goodness. Pop back out of there a little bit. Make sure our gasket's still on there. There you go. Okay. Kind of keep it together with your hand a little bit there. Now, what happened when I got the new kit? It came with new bolts. New screws rather. And I like that because, as you remember, those were all mauled up. So kind of give it like a little bit of a visual. Make sure that your length is right. Okay. And just use your new ones in there. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. cold in the shop today. We're getting 14 more inches of snow tomorrow. So this is it's going to be quite interesting outside the next couple of days. Going a crisscross pattern, of course. Okay. Don't snug it too tight that you're stripping things out and that. Okay. One little quarter turn each one. On that one. There we go. Kind of make sure nothing's protruding out the sides there. Okay. Looks like we got it. Alrighty. Moving on. We got ourselves some new diaphragms there. Get it out of this. This here. Okay. Make sure that they're apples to apples here. Alright. Okay. Goes down in there nice and neat. Okay. The spring. This is a little tricky. So I gotta kind of like line that up like that. Compress that down. Hold it like before. Why is that? Keep popping out of there like that. Okay. That. Like that. There we go. Okay. I'll hold that like that. Say a couple Hail Marys. Let's see here. Okay. Now we're looking good. Put this guy like this. Okay. Make sure it's not doing anything funky. Okay. Now let's get our new needle in there. Drop it down in there. Okay. Now I have to see. Get that to kind of lay in there. There it goes. See it kind of laying in there. Okay. Now where's the big spring? Here's the big spring. Goes right there on there like that. Okay. What I like to do is I like to turn this inside out. Alrighty. Okay. Now this can only go in one way. If it doesn't go in that way, see how it's not going in that way? Just turn it like this. See how she goes in now? Okay. Don't let that flap back out of there like that. I kind of like it like that. Now, at the same time, you have to try and see if you can line that up. There it goes, just like that. Line it up in there, down there. Whoa, that wind is really blowing outside. Okay, come on, flap back out of there like that. Well, that didn't work out. Okay. That didn't work out the way I planned it. Okay, let's start all over again now. Okay, gonna have this thing out like that. There you go. Alright, now, is that in there like that? Yep. Alright. Kind of like let it flop in that little groove there, if you can. Very important that that's in there. Okay. Even if you have to like, there we go. Okay, no wrinkles or nothing. Okay. Boy, it's cold in the shop today. It's like 11 below today, outside. All right, so not in the shop, outside. All right, so make sure that that sits down in there good, like I said. Get your spring. And, well, see, these have all those, okay. So it doesn't matter really how you do that one. See, these got a kind of like an indentation. But, put this in there like that. That spring inside the spring holder there. Make sure you go down pretty evenly, pretty slow, pretty evenly. Okay. All right. Kind of put your finger over it. Oh, see? You got to get that right, or it's not going to be good. Let's get that back down in there like that. Okay. Get that in there. Make sure it lays in there pretty good. You know. Okay. Now, like I said, spring tensioner, spring, okay, now that felt better right there. Oh, or did it? There we go. There we go. You hear it click in there? So now let's get a couple of these. No, I'm gonna use the original ones for that. We already got they're not mauled up or nothing, so. Oh, sorry about that. Shaking you around. Okay. This part is very important. If this isn't right, it's not gonna do much of good at all. So we're going to test and see what the drop is on that. Okay. All right. Test and see what the drop is on that. So we'll make sure that we did it correctly. Alright. See it going to the position? It's going right to the position. There you go. Awesome. Very good. Okay, moving on. See how dirty that one is? Carboned up in that. Go go ahead and put that one on. Fantastic. Nice. All right. So, let's see if we can't get this bad boy in there, right? Well, first we'll put this on. Hopefully my head's not going to be in the way the whole time. It's a little cramped in the shop lately in the winter. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get a little wrench here. Tighten that up real quick. Okay, so as you remember, we do have an issue with that cable. That is on its way. Also, we have an issue with our petcock here. That is also on its way. So yeah, we're at the home stretch. I appreciate you following along with me in that. Yeah, we're almost there. So please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, it's just nuts and bolts, and God bless.